Have you been waiting to start your YouTube channel? Are you waiting to have the right setup, the right equipment, and things of that nature? Is that what's holding you back? Do you want to start a YouTube channel, but you're thinking to yourself, I have nothing to offer. It's way too hard to grow. It's so oversaturated. I don't have the perfect setup. I don't even have a camera. Stop waiting for the perfect time to start your YouTube channel. The time is now. Hey Pink fam, Claudia here from Pink's Teas and Things, and today we're going to be talking about how I went from 0 subscribers to over 1,000 subscribers in less than 3 months. I am going to be outlining some things that I find to be very valuable information if you are like me and just starting out here on YouTube. So if that sounds like something that would add value to you and your channel, go ahead and hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. So let me tell you a little bit about the background behind my journey here on YouTube. It all started with TikTok. I was posting videos over on TikTok and I started getting an overwhelming amount of messages about my office. And so I asked, since you guys want an office tour, what would be the best platform for me to post it on? It wasn't about posting an entire office. And the suggestion was YouTube. My very first video, if you look, was actually my craft room tour. I had no clue what I was doing at that time. I just went for it. It was all inspired by my TikTok fam. So, hey TikTok fam. So that first video, while it was really rough, my thought process behind it was this was for my TikTok fam. And so I, in my mind, only envisioned them watching it. However, I was very, very terribly mistaken. Let me tell you this though, before I actually got that video up, I had to film my very first video, the craft room tour I'm telling you about. I had to film it twice. The first time I deleted my footage and my audio and could not find it anywhere on my computer. So the story behind my first video is, and it's kind of a running joke with me and my husband, I started and quit YouTube the exact same day. I just felt like maybe this is just a sign that I should not be doing this right now. And I said, I quit. And my husband was like, no, you're not. You are not a quitter. Let's get into it. So that's my backstory. So I share that because I want you to understand, if I can do it with really very little IT, I had no previous experience with editing or things of that nature. So my biggest message to you is, if I can do it, so can you. Number one, I would say, is the fact that I have a niche, but I am in the t-shirt printing business. And so while that's not the only thing that I do, thus far, you've been able to kind of gather based on my videos that this is the realm that I'm in. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then after this video, go ahead and check out some of my others. But having a niche for me helps me understand who I'm talking to. So I know when I turn on this camera and I'm making a how to use a DTF printer, I know that I'm talking to people that are in the apparel printing business and they're looking for another print method. That helps me figure out who my target audience is, and how to speak to them and to make sure that I'm serving and I'm adding value to them. So that's my number one takeaway. Number two, consistency. While I'm not saying that I am a 3-time-a-week poster, at least posting once a week, I feel like kind of keeps me out there and in the algorithm. And I noticed that people are waiting for you to leave your next video. I literally will get messages from people, when are you posting the next one? I can't wait to see the next one. And so here's the thing, when you show up consistently for your audience, which is you guys, hey Pink fam, they show up for you. And so I love that. And once I thought about my own journey here as a viewer of YouTube, I follow the people that are the most consistent. I follow them the closest because I know that I can depend on them being there. And so on my journey, I've really tried to make strides to maintain consistency. Number three, I want to talk about titles. making sure that you title your videos correctly, I think there really is kind of a little bit of a science to it. One of which is understanding the verbiage that the community that you serve uses. And something as simple as typing in what your potential title may be into the search bar on YouTube. That is free to do. So let me give you an example of that. I recently posted a peekaboo sublimation shirt video here on YouTube. And something as simple as saying ripped versus peekaboo could make the difference in how your video appears in the search. So are people actually able to find your video that are looking for this peekaboo verbiage? Now, of course, there's titles and there's also tags. So I don't want to discredit the tags as well. However, what I'm saying is sometimes if you don't have the verbiage correctly, it can impact how many people your video actually gets in front of. And so that is my number 3, titles and tags. Number 4, thumbnails. I know that it's tempting to just use the screenshot that comes up when you actually upload your video. And while that can work for some, for me, I've found that actually taking time on my thumbnails helps you just get the click. When I looked at my analytics, I realized that my thumbnails are definitely something that if I come up in search, it at least gets people to click on my video. And part of it is trying to make them intriguing. And of course, I feel like there's a science to that as well. I don't know all there is to know. I'm only sharing what I've encountered thus far in my journey. Definitely spend some time on learning how to put together your thumbnails. And number 5 is to just start today. There is no exact formula to this YouTube thing. I just don't believe it. There are various factors that can impact your ability to grow here on YouTube. But the one thing that I can tell you for sure, I can't tell you specifically do this, this, and this. Here's one thing that I am certain of, and that is if you don't start today, you're never gonna get that view. If you don't post a video, how are you gonna get started on your journey through YouTube? So I'm here to tell you, and I'm hoping that this is more of an inspiration. It wasn't about deep diving. It was, these are some of the things that I've taken away from my journey, but use them in yours. Don't just sit on this information. Start posting your videos today. It is the biggest piece of advice I would have given myself. Had I not posted that first video, I probably would have continued to wonder, can I grow a channel? Who's gonna tune in for it? I still would have been, circling with all these questions in my mind. And so I wanted to come to you, and I'm hoping that my journey will show you that it's possible. It's possible, but it's not gonna be possible until you decide to pick up that phone. Don't wait to have the perfect camera. Don't wait to have the perfect setup. I literally stopped in the middle of working because this video has been on my mind, and I'm so inspired by this journey and all of the wonderful people that I've met along the way. I don't want you to miss out on that. It's such an amazing experience. And maybe I'm not an overnight, and maybe you won't be an overnight, like, oh my gosh, my channel just blew up. That's fine. It's possible to do it through consistency and posting consistently. So if you take nothing else from this video, just know that it is so possible to do. This is in no way, shape, or form my wanting to brag. No, I'm telling you that this stuff is possible, and I'm seeing the possibility, and I want you to see them too. That's it. So if you feel as if this video has added any value to you and your channel, please consider hitting that like button. And most importantly, subscribe. And don't forget to turn on your post notifications. And until next time, bye, Peak Fam!